What's going on, yo? So we got a new video. I know this is like the third time I switched my channel content up, but I just do these for fun. Don't really take it seriously, but I hope you like these because like I said, it's for fun. So yeah. So pretty much, I don't know if y'all can see that or not. I'm not sure if y'all can see this little thing on my screen, but I need to get it off, honestly. I think I'm good. Okay, so yeah, new video. And this is going to be a mock draft, NFL mock draft. So I've got really into this using the Draft Network. So this is my first one. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do a 2-round mock draft for every team right now, and then if I want to keep on making these, then I'm gonna start doing certain, like a singular team. Like I might do the 49ers 7 rounds, or I might do the Bears 7 rounds, or I might do 5 rounds. Yeah, you get the gist. But I mean, like, these aren't like I said, I have like 30 something subscribers, I think, on YouTube. So this is honestly just for fun, and what I think should happen, or what I think should happen, not necessarily what I think will happen. And I'm not gonna sit here and follow I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and pick every single pick like Mel Kiper or something like that. These are my own opinions. So let's get into it. I'm trying not to make this super, super long. But first pick, Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, is there really anything to say with that one? Yeah, I mean, obviously it's Trevor Lawrence unless something tragic happens. That one's a pretty easy pick, I feel like. So pick number 2, this is where it starts to get good. New York Jets. I can, like it says trade right here. You get to pay to do trades on here. So all of these are going to be non-trades because I'm not going to pay $10 a month to make a freaking trade in a mock draft. I really do think that New York should trade out of this spot, honestly. Everybody's hopping off Sam Darnold. I don't think they should just yet. He has no weapons around him, honestly. He had a Robbie Anderson, and that's it. Jameson Crowder is decent, but he can never stay healthy. But he's not you put Jameson Crowder on a team like the Chiefs, or he's the third option on the Chiefs, maybe fourth. You put him on a team like the Cowboys, he's the fourth option. Like that's just how it is. With them, they don't have a running back. They didn't know how to use Le'Veon. And besides that, Frank Gore's been Sam Darnold's running back essentially. It's just not a good team for a young quarterback to work around at all. So I think, and plus his line is god awful. So I think honestly, you go offensive line or wide receiver right here, especially if you're trading for Deshaun Watson, which right now is a possibility. So I think personally, if they don't trade this right here to somebody that's looking for a quarterback, and they do trade for Deshaun Watson, even if they don't trade for Deshaun Watson, I think what they do is they go here and they take Penei Sewell, how do you say it? And that's just to get extra protection around Sam Darnold. He's one of a kind. He can play guard if you need him to. I know he's mainly a tackle, but he could go play guard if you need him to. So now we're at 3 with the Dolphins. Again, another team that you might could see Deshaun Watson traded to in this pick being going to Houston. Say you don't trade for Deshaun Watson, though. Tua's got Parker. He's good. He's really good. Gesicki, he's a pretty good tight end. They don't really have a running back. They do have 3 first-round picks, or two maybe. But either way, I'm going to have them take a running back later. Spoiler alert. But yeah, I feel like this is a pretty basic pick right here for the Dolphins. Everybody's on the Ja'Marr Chase train. I'm not. I say you give Tua his man from Alabama. Why not? And you go DeVonta Smith. I think DeVonta Smith is better than Ja'Marr Chase. And it's not because what he did just this year. I just think in general, DeVonta Smith is a better weapon for the Miami Dolphins and for honestly any team over Jamar Chase, except for the Eagles. That's the only team I think I would rather see Devontae Smith going to. So here we go. We're at 3 here. 4. Atlanta Falcons. Everybody's Justin Fields, Zach Wilson. They just came out the other day. They said, hey, Matt Ryan's not going anywhere. Julio Jones not going anywhere. I don't think they should go quarterback anyways. Matt Ryan's getting paid a ton of money. So that leaves you with the edge option. But I don't think you go edge with Kwity Paye. I have them going right here 11 with Micah Parsons. And the reason that being is they do need a linebacker. They need defense in general desperately. But they need a linebacker to go with Deion Jones. Micah Parsons can also come off the edge a little if you need him to and plays on. He's all around. He's a really good linebacker. And then right here, 8, you got the Carolina Panthers who are also looking for a linebacker. So then you take something from your division rivals right there. 5, we're at Cincinnati. Everybody's Jamar Chase with LSU, the LSU connection. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. I just don't see why you would use your pick at 5 to get a wide receiver. I mean, I know Jamar Chase. I know Jalen Waddle. I know Kyle Pitts. All 3 of them are monsters. They're going to be very good in the league. But the thing is, you just drafted T. Higgins with your, second overall pick in the second round last year. You've got Tyler Boyd, who you just gave a lot of money. But, I mean, both of those are very young, good receivers. Not all teams need 3 or 4 receivers to be successful. But you know what you do need for your quarterback to be successful? A line. And we all know Joe Burrow got tore up this year. So what I have them doing here is I'm going to go down the list here a little far. I have Cincinnati going Rashawn Slater at 5, who he's another guy who's coming in as a tackle. He can play guard. Rashawn Slater really can play anywhere on the line that you want him to. But you got Jonah Williams, who hopefully will be healthy this year. I feel bad now. I've got Google right here just in case I need to look something up. They've got one more lineman I'm thinking of that I can't think of off the top of my head. That's pretty good. It is – don't stop. You got Jonah Williams, and you got Quentin Spain, I think is his name. And I said he was good. He's not amazing, but he's not bad. He's not bad. So really, Slater, I think, would be better than all 4 of these guys right here and could play at any one of those spots. But the tackle is, I feel like the tackle is like your spot that you need to be the most protected from. So then we go to 6 Eagles. Is it Jalen Hurts or is it Carson Wentz? We don't know. We know that I just got a Bleacher Report notification earlier talking about Carson Wentz has been, multiple teams have been talking about Carson Wentz this, Carson Wentz that. Either way, whichever quarterback it is, they need help. So this one's a pretty easy one. Jamar Chase is on the board at 6. Philadelphia goes Jamar Chase. Easy pick. Here we're at 7. So Lions, we know. Kenny Golladay is a free agent. I honestly don't think he will come back. Marvin Jones is a free agent. I honestly don't think he's going to come back. It's looking like either. Which, the season's not even over yet. So that's why all these mock drafts are really hard. You still got a ton of free agency to go around to see what's going to happen. So as of right now, I am going to take Patrick Surtain for the Lions because they need defensive help desperately. And that is because they just got Jared Goff, so there's no point in them taking a quarterback anymore. But let's just say they do get at least one receiver. It's hard. They could go Jalen Waddle, honestly. I really don't think Golladay is going to come back. Jones, I think, might. But I know that Jones has been talking to a couple teams already. That one's a hard one. But, Okudah didn't live up to the hype this year. They don't have another corner. They don't really have a safety either. Honestly. They don't have anybody good on their defense, really. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to take Patrick Surtain. No, I'm not. I'm going to take Jalen Waddle for the Detroit Lions. And see, that's the other thing about it. This is why I like my mock drafts right here. I don't have any. The only thing I have written down on this notebook right here is people from the Senior Bowl that rose and fell. A lot of YouTubers will sit there and make a list pre-time. So this is kind of like you are getting the thought processes with my picks. So we're at a Carolina Panthers. Teddy Bridgewater sucks. Teddy Bridgewater is bad, but he's on contract for two more years. I said 2 more years, for about $20 million each year. There's another team that's been in contact about Deshaun Watson. I just don't. I know everybody wants them to take a quarterback and that. I just don't think that they should go quarterback, but I am going to pick them a quarterback with Justin Fields still sitting on the board because there's not a lot of teams left that need quarterback. So I'm going to take Justin Wilson right here at 8, going to Carolina. Denver. It's a quarterback or a edge rusher right here for them. There's a ton of edge rushers in this class. There's a decent amount of quarterbacks in this class. So where I'm going to go with here for Denver is I'm thinking, Drew Lock, Noah Fant, Cortland Sutton, Tim Patrick, Jerry Jeudy, Phillip Lindsay, Melvin Gordon. They've got a good offensive line. And like I said, that's why I'm down to edge and corner for them. They don't need an offensive player. I mean, look right here at their team needs: edge, corner, linebacker, interior defensive line. And a lot of people are giving up on Drew Lock. He hasn't had the best of luck so far. Cortland Sutton was out this year as his best receiver. And working with young receivers like Tim Patrick, Jerry Jeudy. I know I said Melvin Gordon and Phillip Lindsay. Those aren't the best running backs, though. Noah Fant had a down year. So what I'm going to do right here at 9 with the Denver Broncos is I'm going to go with Patrick Surtain for them. I think it's a good pick. They don't really have any corners at all. Hopefully they get Justin Simmons back on a nice little deal to be their safety. And, yeah, that's a pretty easy pick. So now we are at the Dallas Cowboys, who need an offensive tackle or corner. I just don't see why they would go offensive tackle. Honestly, I don't see why they would go offensive tackle. But I think that for as of right now, let me see how, free agency, some of these got like Tyron Smith. I think he's still there. That's the other thing is I'm not great with offensive linemen. I know more about I know a lot more about skill positions. Same thing with defensive line. I'm not very good at defensive lineman. Yeah, Tyron Smith's still there. So you got Tyron Smith, right? You got Zach Martin, you got La'el Collins. Boom. That's 3 great ones. So I don't know why you would go tackle, honestly. Joe Looney and Connor Williams. Connor Williams is not even that bad. It's really just their center. So I don't see why they would go offensive tackle. But somebody like Christian Darrisaw, if you wanted to trade Zach Martin, I know that sounds stupid, but he is owed a lot of money. So is Tyron Smith. If you want to trade one of those guys somewhere, and then you pick up Christian Darrisaw. So that's going to be my pick for them right now. So now we're at the Giants. Supposedly they need pass rushing. I don't understand why. They got Leonard Williams. You got Dexter Lawrence. You got Dalvin Tomlinson. They need a linebacker, that's for sure. There's no really linebackers. The next linebacker on the board pretty much at this point is JOK, and I don't see them reaching that far. So here this is going to be interesting. Y'all probably going to hate me for this. Need a wide receiver. There's not that wide receiver here for him. So I think you could see them trading back if this is how the draft is to go. But for this sake of this video, since I can't do trades, the New York Giants will be selecting Kyle Pitts at 11. He's honestly so athletic that you could make him a receiver if you wanted to. I know Evan Ingram hasn't been horrible for them, but he had a horrible year this year. So I could see them trading him or something maybe, or releasing him at that. But, yeah, Kyle Pitts is athletic. You could play him at receiver if you wanted to. So, yeah, I think that's a good pick for them right there. Here we are at 12 with the San Francisco 49ers. That's an easy pick. That's an easy pick. Yeah, Caleb Fairley Farley, however you want to say it. Best corner on the board. They're probably going to lose Richard Sherman. If I was the 49ers, I wouldn't re-sign Richard Sherman. So yeah, I'm going fairly with them at 12. Pretty easy pick. Again, another pretty easy pick. We're at 13. We're with the Los Angeles Chargers. They need an offensive tackle. Samuel Cosme's on the board. Easy pick for them to protect Justin Herbert. And then again, another easy pick. You know, they need an interior offensive lineman, interior defensive lineman, or a safety. None of those guys are high up on the board. So, you know, the highest one is Elijah Vera-Tucker. You can see them trading back maybe right here. But, yeah, I'm going Elijah. Or you could even – I mean, this might sound stupid. I just thought of this in my head, though. You could even see them making some trade that sends Kirk Cousins somewhere and then taking Zach Wilson right there, which is a lot of a project. But, yeah, pretty easy pick right here for them. They go Elijah Vera-Tucker at 14 to Minnesota. Now we're at 15, New England Patriots. You know, they said they were going to move on from Cam Newton. Well, now you're here at 15. You've got Zach Wilson on the board. Easy pick for them. You know, Belichick, work with him. He's not going to have a lot of weapons to start out with, unfortunately, which is going to be tough because, you know, how it is. If you're not putting in the numbers, you're a bust, which that's why people hate Sam Darnold. And if you're not winning, you're a bust. It's not true. That's not true at all. Look at Ryan Tannehill. Yeah, look at Ryan Tannehill. So now we're at 16, Arizona Cardinals. Look at that. J.C. Horn still on the board. They need a corner to go. Byron Murphy, easy pick for them. They take J.C. Horn at 16. 17, now we're at the Oakland Raiders, who Kwity Paye happened to fall to, and look what their biggest need is. Edge rusher. Easy pick for Oakland. I low-key think that Gregory Rousseau might be a better pick for them, but I will take Kwity Paye right here for them. Oops, sorry, guys. I'm in a rolling chair and I hit the desk. I don't know if that was allowed or not. 18, Miami Dolphins. I think I said something earlier about them taking Devontae Smith, matching up Alabama with Alabama. Yeah. And guess what we're going to do? Brian Flores is going to love his team because he's going to have a bunch of Alabama players on the offense. At 18. Yep. At 18. The Miami Dolphins select Najee Harris to be their feature back. So now they're running Tua, Najee Harris, Devontae Smith, Devontae Parker. All the Devontaes and Alabama players. Devontae Parker did not go to Alabama, though. I just said that because Devontae. Yeah. So here we are, 19. Look who's at the top of the board. Look what their number one need is. Trey Lance, Washington. I almost would – I know this is going to sound weird. I would almost be willing to bet money that is the pick for them. So here we go. Now we're in an interesting situation. Chicago Bears benched Mitchell Trubisky at the beginning of this year. They said they weren't going to re-sign him. He came back in, and he didn't do horribly. They lose Allen Robinson, though. Then I don't know if they re-sign Mitchell Trubisky either. I mean, look at their top 5 needs. Or really top 4, because 2 of them in the same position. Quarterback, offensive tackle, interior offensive lineman, wide receiver. The closest person on that list is Rashad Bateman. I think that they give Mitchell Trubisky a 1-year contract. Let him have 1 more year, and I think they franchise tag Allen Robinson unless he absolutely wants out. And I think they go Rashad Bateman. Pretty easy pick. Another easy pick. At this point, it's a lot of easy picks out the rest of the first round. Quarterback is their biggest need. I know that they've been linked to Carson Wentz. Will they trade for him? I wouldn't. What I would do is you got a bunch of young players. You got Nyheim Hines and Marlon Mack and Jonathan Taylor. Oh, my light in my room just went off. My fault, y'all. So in my dorm room at college, I have motion censored lights, so they go out sometimes. My fault. So yeah, back to what I was saying. You've got Taylor, Hines, Mack, 3 honestly young running backs. 1 just came off an amazing rookie year. Receivers, Hilton. I know he's a free agent. I'm pretty sure. He's a I'm even gonna look. I'm just gonna go off my intuition that he's a free agent, which might sound stupid. but I can see him coming back, even if he is. I mean, even if he is a free agent. Michael Pittman Jr. young. Zach Pascal young. You got Jack Doyle. You got Trey Burton, and you've got an amazing offensive line. And now you don't have a quarterback because Philip Rivers just retired. So what do? You get a quarterback. And I know that there was a lot of talk about him at the Senior Bowl this week about how he was doing very, very well. Matt Jones to Indianapolis. Now let's move on to Tennessee. They need an edge rusher. Joseph Asai is on the board. They're in win now mode. So Gregory Rousseau is not really the move here, I feel like, for them. I feel like Asai is more of like the established guy, whether it be like a project or an established guy. You want Rousseau, who's the project. You want – which, I mean, he's a ton of – I mean, he's not a project. We know that Rousseau is good, but he's just younger and he has more raw talent that could be worked on. Compared to Asai, he's just kind of proven himself already in college. So we're going to take Asai right here for Tennessee. Pretty easy pick for them. But I could see them maybe going a receiver, like maybe a Terrence Marshall Jr. or Kadarius Toney, because I think Corey Davis is a free agent. So we're back at New York, who has no needs across the board, but they have the number 2 pick, Cameron. I know Sewell was not one of their needs, but he is. He's one of their needs. So, again, we're still on this route. Sam Darnold staying. There's a lot of talented and young, honestly, kind of young free agent wide receivers this year. I think that they could go out and pick one up. I also have thought about the possibility that they might even trade for Odell if Odell is on the bottom to bring him back to New York. So I think what they do here is they take a running back. They finally get that established good running back for Sam Darnold in the backfield to be able to hand the ball off to get some yards and to be able to dump down to if he needs to. Travis Etienne, New York Jets, pretty big. Here's my team right here. If y'all wanted to know, this is my team, Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't see a world where with Etienne and Harris off the board, because I know everybody's saying, oh, they're gonna pick Harris, they're gonna pick Etienne. I don't think we go running back. I know we're moving on from James Conner. I don't think we should go running back first round though, especially at 24. Unless Harris is on the board, I guess I would be fine with that. But my pick here for us is we go down here. I think an offensive tackle is definitely the move after moving on from Alejandro Villanueva. Shout out Big Al for a couple good years. I really liked Alex Leatherwood for a long time, or Liam Eichenberry. But Alex Leatherwood showed this week at the Senior Bowl that he is going to fall some. His feet work isn't amazing. So my pick right here for us is Jalen Mayfield. I don't know a ton about Jalen Mayfield, but I know that he is good. So here we are. We're at Jacksonville. Biggest needs, offensive tackle, cornerback, tight end, safety. Tevin Jenkins is there. I feel like that's the move for them. Yeah, 100%. Tevin Jenkins to Jacksonville to help protect Trevor Lawrence. He's already got a decent amount of weapons around him, and then they can bulk up their defense maybe later rounds in the draft or in free agency. Here we are at – I mean, this is a dream scenario for Cleveland. JOK is that defensive guy this year, like Isaiah Simmons last year. You can put JOK almost anywhere on the field, and he'll be able to at least make somewhat of an impact. He can play slot corner. He's a linebacker that can play slot corner. How many people in the league can do that? Honestly. He can come off the edge. And look at that. Their two biggest needs, edge, corner. Easy pick for them. They take JOK. And for, like, who's JOK? Jeremiah Owasu Komora, I'm pretty sure is how you say his name. And then this is a dream. Absolute dream. Another dream scenario for the Baltimore Ravens. I'm sorry, I don't know. There was somebody screaming in the hallway in my dorm. Terrence Marshall Jr. You got Marquise Brown, you got Mark Andrews, you got J.K. Dobbins, and you got Lamar. And he doesn't have anybody else to throw the ball to besides Marquise. And Marquise isn't what I thought he was going to be, but he's still being good. Terrence Marshall Jr., Ravens, easy pick. And here we are at 28 with the New Orleans Saints, who happen to need corner or linebackers. Zayvon Collins still on the board. Zayvon Collins is a monster. He can go all over the field anywhere you want him. Or not anywhere you want him, but I'm saying, like, if the ball is on that side of the field and Zayvon Collins is on this side of the field, best believe he's going to be on that side of the field in 2 to 3 seconds, trying to fight for a tackle or anything like that. Zayvon Collins, New Orleans Saints, easy pick. Here we are at 29 with the Green Bay Packers. They need a corner or a wide receiver. And look who's there. Kadarius Toney. I've also saw a possibility that they might go after Will Fuller. There's a very big possibility that Will Fuller might be going to Green Bay after this season. So if they get Will Fuller, they would have Lazard, MVS, Devontae, and Will Fuller. I don't see them going wide receiver then. I think they would look more corner route, even though there's not really a corner right here except for Asante Samuel Jr. So I'm, as of right now, though, like I said, free agency hasn't happened. Season isn't ended yet. Super Bowl's this Sunday. Thank you, Kadarius Toney. Now here's where it gets tough with Buffalo. They need a corner if Levi Wallace leaves. They need a linebacker. I think Matt Milano's a free agent if Matt Milano leaves. But do they really need both of those? Not really. Do they need an offensive tackle? Not really. But I mean, they're one of the few. Honestly, it's honestly just them and these last two teams that are kind of just complete right now. It feels like. But I mean, they're there. I'm just gonna go off their team needs. Says they need a corner or linebacker. I don't really think they need either one of those. But we are gonna take Nick Bolton since that's their second biggest need, and he's still on the board. And then this is scary. Gregory Rousseau, University of Miami. Gregory Rousseau is now going from Miami to Tampa Bay to play for the Buccaneers. They need an edge rusher. They get Gregory Rousseau. And then here we are with the Chiefs. It says they need a wide receiver. You got Tyreek Hill. They got Travis Kelce, who essentially is a wide receiver at this point. They've got Mecole Hardman. They got Demarcus Robinson. They got Sammy Watkins. I don't see why they would need a wide receiver. Interior offensive line, reasonable. Their interior offensive line has actually been playing very well this season, honestly. But that's definitely a reasonable need for them. I can see them maybe trading down, but Wyatt Davis is the first one, and besides that, there's really I don't see a reason they would take Eichenberg or Leatherwood, So I am just going to have them take Wyatt Davis here, even though it's a little early, but I feel like it's a good pick for them. Now we're back at Jacksonville, who needs a corner, tight end, safety, edge. Jalen Phillips is there. I just don't think that they need the edge that bad. I think their corners are horrible. C.J. Henderson's not living up to the hype as of right now. But I'm going to take them Asante Samuel Jr., another Florida college player going to a Florida NFL team. And here we are with the Jets. I mean, the Jets draft is just not going well for them. It's every position that they end up being in when they need somebody, there's nobody there, really. They need an edge rusher, according to this. I know that their defense isn't good anywhere across the board ever since they let Jamal Adams go. I mean, their best corner is Brian Poole, and I think that's their best defensive player off the top of my head. C.J. Mosley's there. C.J. Mosley. They traded Avery Williamson. They traded Jamal Adams. They let Pierre Desir go. So for the sake of this, with their edge rusher being the fourth need, I am going to take them Jalen Phillips. And here we are at Miami. They need a tackle. They need a linebacker. There's no really linebackers right here. So easy pick for them, honestly, Liam Eichenberg. Now we're back here with an edge rusher. And, I was on that little vibes earlier, Florida college players going to Florida teams. But now let's take a Georgia college player going to a Georgia team. They need an edge rusher fortunately for Atlanta, Azeez, I think is how you say his first name, Ojulari falls for them, edge rusher, boom. Now, see, this is where, earlier I was talking about Cincinnati. I said, I just don't think that they should take a wide receiver at 5. But maybe they could get a wide receiver. So let's go look at the wide receivers for them. Rondell Moore is there. Was Rondell Moore that early of a pick for them? I don't think so. I mean, I'll just click quarterback on accident. Leatherwood, I just took them a tackle. Well, really, Slater could go to guard. You could take a Leatherwood. He could play opposite tackle of Williams, and you can move Slater inside. Don't need a running back. Don't need an interior defensive lineman. And they don't need a safety. So there's Eric Stokes. They could use a corner. I feel like it's a pretty good pick for them. Eric Stokes, Cincinnati, at 37. And my laptop is really heating up right now. Okay, so again, another team that needs a corner or a linebacker, but they're just all gone. They're all gone. They could use a tight end. Pat Freiermuth's there, but I did already take them a receiver. They could use a safety. I feel like this is a pretty good pick for them. I even could see them going like maybe Leatherwood or Barmore maybe here, but I'm gonna take them Trayvon Moehrig. I think that's how you say his name. So Trayvon Moehrig, 38 to Philadelphia. Now we're at, again, another team is a corner linebacker, but they could use an interior defense lineman. So I'm just looking at, for some reason I thought I wrote down that Barmore had a bad senior week, but I didn't. Again, like I said, corner linebacker, there's nobody really there except for Aaron Robinson is the next guy up. So I would take them Christian Barmore at 39 to the Detroit Lions. Hey guys, look at the biggest needs for this team. Linebacker and corner. Again, somebody yelling outside my window now. Weird. I just don't see a scenario where Carolina doesn't go defense here. I mean, they could use a tight end. They desperately could use a tight end. I just don't see that a reason why they would go down and take, sorry for yawning, Fremont here. I can see them even maybe going Creed Humphrey or Landon Dickerson if they wanted to, or Babian Nixon. If they don't re-sign Taylor Moton, though, I can see them going Alex Leather over here. And honestly, I don't see why that's not like one of their bigger needs is offensive line. I mean, like, Deshaun Watson. I told you. I could really see Deshaun Watson go to Carolina. But that would be hype because I'm from Charlotte. That would be really cool because that's my favorite quarterback in the league, honestly. I mean, look at their line. Russell Okung, not bad. Michael Schofield, Matt Paredes, not bad. John Miller, not good. If they lose Taylor Moton, though, which just for the sake of this, because, I mean, this isn't super realistic. Let's just say they lose Taylor Moton. There's not that linebacker corner up here. You know what I'm saying? Like I said multiple times, the next corner is, like, I mean, honestly, I mean, Dylan Moses is good, but is that a reach? Kind of. But we're going to do it anyways. They need a linebacker desperately. Dylan Moses is good. Dylan Moses, Carolina. See, that's where trades could come in clutch for me. Denver, they need a linebacker, interior defensive lineman, edge rusher. I thought it was a pretty easy pick for Denver. Jason Alway is still there. Easy pick for them. To go with Bradley Chubb and Vaughn Miller. I don't even know why I just did that. That was so weird. So here we go. Dallas, corner, interior defensive lineman. Davian Nixon is right here at the top of the board. Pretty easy pick for them. Davian Nixon, Dallas. Edge rusher is needed. Linebacker is needed. Wide receiver is needed. And you know who's there? Rondell Moore. This is where I think is a good pick for Rondell Moore. And Nico Collins is raising up a lot of – there's a lot of these receivers that have been raising up boards. Sage Surratt, Dez Fitzpatrick, Shi Smith, and where's the dude from Western Michigan? Oh, yeah, Dwayne Eskridge have all risen up a lot of boards after senior week. But I'm going to take Rondell Moore right here. He was really good at Purdue. And I think that's a good pick for them. Interior offensive lineman needed in San Fran. And we've got some good offensive linemen here. Creed Humphrey, easy pick for them. Well, actually, let me think about this real quick. Let me think about this real quick. Because they have Richburg and McGlinchey, right? That's the two names. Because, I mean, say you keep Trent Williams. I know he's a free agent, which he might not stay. I don't know if I can hear that or not. But, yeah. I mean, you got Richburg at center. Creed Humphrey is honestly more of a center than a guard. But okay, McGlinchey's the right tackle. Okay, so that makes sense. I would here for them, honestly, I would take Creed Humphrey because I feel like he's more of a guy that you can move to a guard position, whereas Lander Dickinson's more mainly a center. Here we go. I took Elijah Vera Tucker for them. I know that he is listed as an offensive tackle. But I think he could play interior offensive line also if they needed it. But there's not a corner or an edge really for them right here unless you go Aaron Robinson. So I don't see them doing with Leatherwood and Radens, I think is what I was saying, and Dickerson on the board. I'm gonna take Dickerson for them. That's a good pick. Here we go. They need a tight end. They need a safety. They honestly could use a running back too. Well, James Robinson's good. Richie Grant's been falling on a lot of boards supposedly too. Javon Holland. I honestly stack up. Get Trevor Lawrence some weapons. Take Pat for your mouth right there. I think I've been saying his name so nonchalantly, and I might be saying it completely wrong, but it's okay. And that's the other thing is they take Pat right there. I'm just calling Pat for now. They take a Pat right there, right in front of New England, who needs a tight end. I feel like this is an easy pick right here. Nico Collins. They need a weapon. Oh, sorry, I keep on yawning, but they need a weapon for Zach Wilson. N'Keal Harry is not turning out good. And Jacoby Myers, that's his name, right? Was their guy this year. And that's really it on their offense. Here we go. But here's the thing. I want to take Javonte Williams right here for them. But supposedly my man right here, Michael Carter, is just being a monster at senior week. But we are going to take Javonte. We're going to take Javonte right here just because I don't know if Michael Carter can make that big of a jump. Everybody's very high on Javonte Williams. I know that they have Kenyon Drake, but is he a free agent? Is Kenyon Drake a free agent? I think Kenyon Drake might be a free agent this year. Yeah. Okay, so he's gonna be a free agent. If they re-sign Kenyon Drake, I don't see why they would need a running back. But I would rather take a guy like Javonte Williams. Javonte Williams, honestly, I don't know if y'all ever watched a North Carolina football game, but they run options sometimes with Sam Howell. He's a very good running quarterback, and with Kyler Murray and Javonte Williams kind of already knowing how to run options, that'd be a very good pick for them. Here we are at 49 with Oakland. Again, I feel like this is another – with these two still being on the board right here is crazy to me, honestly. I don't know how they're still on the board. But they don't need a tackle. They need an offensive – they need like an inside guy. So what I think they do is they go defense again and take Baron Browning, who had a pretty good week at senior week and has been rising up some boards. Again, another guy rising up some boards. Again, there's nobody here like that they really, really need. But what I think they should do here, honestly, is I think they should go one of these two. Again, we're going to go over here. And we're going to go to a depth chart. McCain and Rowe are the two guys. Both of them aren't the best guys to have. Rowe is 28. He's on contract. I thought they had their contracts on here. He's 28. Again, he's 28. 28 is not super old. McCain is 27. I mean, they're both not old at all. I think that'd be a good pick for them, and maybe you could even move Grant or Holland down if you need to play a cornerback position. I think they go Javon Holland here. Here we are at Washington again. It's just another fall into place. I'm gonna take Dylan Radness over Leatherwood though, because Leatherwood just supposedly is not good. And again, another fall into place. Leatherwood, Chicago. Here we are here. I don't know anything about Aaron Robinson, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, he's ranked top 50 though, according to TDN. They need a corner. I guess we'll take Aaron Robinson. So now we're at 54. They need a wide receiver. Chariot Atwell's right there. They need an interior defensive lineman. And Levi Onwuzurike, I think is how I say his name, is there. So another guy I don't know a ton about, but again, it's top 50 on the board. We'll take him, honestly. Take him for him. And here we are, Seattle. Seattle's first pick of the draft at 55th overall. Need an edge rusher. Boogie Basham's there. Need a offensive tackle. You know, there's nobody really there. Interior offensive lineman, Trey Smith is there. Their offensive line is pretty bad. Their defense is pretty bad too, though, honestly. I don't know how they won their division. But, yeah, we're going to take 55. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting very tired. What time is it? It's 4:55. Had a pretty long day. I had 3 classes in a row. But we're going to take Trey Smith for Seattle right here. 56. My voice is getting a little dry. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. 56, Pittsburgh Steelers. My favorite team. You know, we need a corner, especially if we lose Hilton. If we lose Bud Dupree, we don't really need an edge guy in the second round. I don't see why we would use one of those picks on running back though. You know, my dream scenario right here is if like a guy like Creed Humphrey or Landon Dickerson would fall down to us. But Deontay Brown is there. Ooh. If Pouncey retires, we need a center though. Deontay Brown is a center. Oh, but we could trade to Castro and get some cap space. Okay, I'm sorry. I need to pay attention to the draft. There's honestly nobody here. I would be fine with us going with the corner right here. I think Tyson Campbell or Sean Wade low key are better than these two, but that's just me. That's just my opinion. We could use interior defensive lineman right here. I don't really like Jay Tefel though. That's how his name. Tommy Teogi. I'm sorry, the guy. This is just a tough pick because there's just nobody. Well, you know, I'm gonna take this Deontay Brown. I'm gonna take Deontay Brown right here to the Steelers. I feel like that's a pretty decent pick. Pretty good pick. Yeah, I just took my pick for LA. Unfortunate. And there's not a tackle or an edge anywhere in sight except for Boogie. And Adi Abiang. Okay, I'm just gonna say that. There's a linebacker. Who is it again? Was it Chaz? I played against Chaz in high school. Fun fact. I think Chaz is a pretty good pick right here for LA. Yeah. Because they've got Floyd and is Ibaka a free agent this year too, or was that last year? I know the Floyd's a free agent though. Here we are at 58. I know we took JOK. I said he could be like really that guy for them that could really just do anything on the defense. Defensive tackle, I mean, their line is amazing. I mean, you got Myles Garrett, but that's really it. Sheldon Richardson hasn't been bad this year. We're going to take Jay Tufeel, I think is how you say his name, from USC, an interior defensive lineman to be that guy on the inside for Cleveland. Now we're back at Baltimore. They need an edge rusher. Boogie Basham still there. Carlos Basham Jr. If I didn't know, I think that's his nickname. I just remember I heard some YouTuber call him that, and I can't stop calling him that. Here we are at New Orleans. They need a corner. I mean, Greg Newsome is the next guy on the board. They could use a wide receiver. So I'm going to take – I was really big on Amon-Ra St. Brown. But supposedly this kid is really good. Dwayne Eskridge. Supposedly he's really good. Ideal role of developmental number 3, scheme fit number 3 with potential turn to consistent 2 or slot option. Sanders, is Emmanuel Sanders leaving? I'm not sure. I mean, they've got a lot of those young, fast guys, just like Dwayne Eskridge. So I just can't take them a receiver right here, honestly. They really don't need a quarterback. I don't know why it says that. They could use an edge rusher low key, or matter of fact, I know y'all might hate me for this, but I'm gonna take Shaun Wade right here. I don't know anything about Greg Newsome II. I don't know anything about Ifeatu Melifonwu. I know Tyson Campbell was pretty good. He's a work though. He's a work in progress. I'm gonna take Shaun Wade. I think that's a good pick for New Orleans. Honestly, again, another team who needs a corner. Why can't there be a lot of corners this year like there was last year? I just accidentally clicked on quarterback again. Did I do that last time for Green Bay too? I feel like I did. We already took them to the receiver. They need a corner. We're gonna take Greg Newsome II just to be productive because I have no clue what he's about or anything. We're gonna take him. They need a corner. They could use an edge rusher too. We're gonna take this kid from Vanderbilt. Honestly, I think that's a good pick for them for Buffalo. Interior defensive lineman needed in Tampa Bay. There's Tommy Tagoe. That's pretty good. I think Tagoe. I don't know how to say it. Tommy. They get Tommy. And last but not least, we're at pick 64. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I know it's been pretty long. This is my first time recording this, anything like that. So yeah. Don't hate me on it being bad, because it probably will be. We're at 64. Chiefs. They don't need a receiver. Don't let TD tell you that they do receiver. They could use a linebacker though, and Pete Werner's right there. Cameron McGrom's right there. I feel like it's pretty easy pick for them. Pete Werner, Kansas City Chiefs, and that's going to finish out the draft. So if you didn't feel like watching the video and you skipped to the end, I'm going to slowly scroll. Oh my goodness, scroll through here really quickly, so you can kind of pause if you want to and see how the picks were, how they went. If you want to know why would he pick this person or this person for this, watch the video. Watch the whole video. Yeah. So there is my first round, and the last two picks of the first round, and we're gonna go to the second round very quickly. Boom. 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 And the last two picks. Oh, I picked up. I just noticed that. It's a good thing I went through here because y'all picking. Why did he pick him? Yeah, I actually picked Marlon Tuipulotu from USC for can't say that was supposed to be Pete Werner. But yeah, that's the video, guys. And I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen now. We're gonna go to Zoom, sharing my bad camera, so I can start recording. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave some love, leave a like, a comment, whatever. Subscribe if you like it. If you don't, it's okay. I appreciate you watching still though. But yeah, appreciate all the love and support, and I hope you have a good day. Peace.